Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to keep working through a grade 9 past paper from 2022. It's paper 1, just to try and get you some examples of exam questions and how you can be preparing. So I'm going to be looking at question 2 in this video. I've already posted a question 1 video. So if we scroll to question 2, we can see um, these are the kind of questions we're working at. Okay, so they're testing some basics, just checking we've got these skills. So first of all, we've got a ratio question. So 2.1, they ask us to simplify a ratio. Okay, so our ratio is they say simplify 21 and 35. Okay, so what you need to do with a ratio, if they ask you to simplify it, is you're just going to have to divide both sides by the same number as many times as you can to get as small as possible. So if you look at 21, 35, if you're not sure, I would say list all the factors of 21. So you could say, okay, well, 3 is a factor of 21, 7 is a factor of 21, and obviously 21. And then the factors of 35, you could say 1, 5, 7, and 35. There might be more, but you can already see we've got a common one there of 7. Okay, so we could say we could divide both of these by 7. So 21 divided by 7 will give us 3, and 35 divided by 7 will give us 5. We can see there's not going to be anything else that we can divide there. Okay, so that is going to be our simplest form, our answer there. The important thing, simplifying, make sure you divide both sides by the same number. Then question 2.2, there we've got use the ladder method to determine the prime factors of 36. Okay, so ladder method, it sounds scary. All we've got to do is if we write 36 like this, what we do then is we draw our ladder and we're going to break it down. So we want prime factors, so that's 2, 3, 5, numbers like that. So what I usually do is I just see, can I divide by 2 to start? So 36 divided by 2 is going to give me 18. And then we just got to keep breaking it down. 18 divided by 2 is going to give me 9. 9, we can't divide by 2. So the next thing I would test, I always test 2, then 3, then 5. So we can divide by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And as soon as we hit this where the bottom number is also a prime factor, then we know we've gone as far as we can. They want us to write our answer in exponential form, so we're just going to circle all the prime factors, so 2, 2, 3, and 3. Those are all our prime factors. And then we write it as 36 is equal to, okay, so if you write 2 times 2 times 3 times 3, that is technically the answer, but this is in product form. Okay, so sometimes they do ask it for that. So product form is when you have all the numbers listed out like that with the time symbol. In this case, they want exponential form. So we're going to say we have got 2 2s, and then we've got 2 3s. So we would write it like that. So this is the form they want. They want it with exponents. Okay, so this is our exponential form. Following on from that, we've got 2.2.2. So they give us the exponential form of 540. And then they want us to work out what is the lowest common multiple and what is the highest common factor of these two numbers. Okay, so let's get some space here. So we already said, okay, 36, we can write that as 2 times to the power of 2 and 3 to the power of 2. And they tell us now 540 in exponential form is 2 to the power of 2, 3 to the power of 3, and 5. What I found helps me is I write it in product form. Okay, so just underneath each other again, we're going to say 36 is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. And 540, we're going to say that's 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 5. A little bit tedious, but it helps me to see it if I write it out like this. So let's get a different color. So first of all, we want the highest common factor. So highest common factor. So how you find the highest common factor is you just choose the prime factors that are common to both. So we could say there's a 2 and a 2 there, so we can write that down. A 2 and a 2, so write it down. So we're circling all the numbers that are in both. A 3 and a 3, we can write that down. and a 3 and a 3. So write that down. And this is how we work out our highest common factor. So it's all these factors that are common. So we're going to go 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12, times 3 is 36. So we are going to say then our highest common factor, let's just check that again. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12, 12 times 3 is 36. Yeah, so that is our highest common factor. And then lowest common multiple is just one step further. So we're going to, lowest common multiple is always that highest common factor times by all the leftovers. Okay, so in this case, we've got our highest common factor was 36. And then let's just circle all the leftovers. Let's just use different color, maybe orange. So all the leftover numbers, there's no leftovers here in 36, but there are 3 and a 5 here. We can go 36 times 3 times 5. And we should end up with our lowest common multiple is 540. Okay, the final question we have here is a question that comes up quite often, 2.3. So 12 contractors can build an RDP house in 7 days. How many contractors working at the same rate will be needed to build the house in 4 days? Okay, so the key thing here is they say it's at the same rate. So that's the only thing that we can really work with. We know um, both of these contractors, no matter how many they are, they're going to work at the same rate. So how we set this kind of question up always is we can say, okay, so we had 12 contractors and they managed to work and finish the work in 7 days. Okay, so they would have done 12 times 7. This is what we call their rate. Okay, and then they have the same rate as 4 contractors. Oh no, sorry. They have the same rate as we don't know how many contractors, so X contractors, and they finished the work in 4 days. So if we want to work this out, we can see they have the same rate. Okay, so both sides of the equal sign are equal. So we have the same rate. We just need to solve for X. So it's a little bit strange. It's kind of a strange question, but it comes up quite often. So it's worth it to say whenever you see that word rate, we know, okay, the same rate, both sides are going to be equal. We can solve for this missing number. So we are just going to solve like we would do any algebra problem. So let me get a black pen. So we can say 12 times 7 is 84. And x times 4 is 4x. So we're just simplifying a little bit. Then what we have to do is we want to get rid of that 4, so we can take it across and divide by 4. So 84 divided by 4 is going to give us x. That's how many contractors. And so if we go 84 divided by 4, we are going to get 21. So that means, okay, if I had 12 contractors, I would finish the work in 7 days. But now, since I've got 21 contractors, I can finish the work much quicker in 4 days. I hope that made sense. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to keep working through the paper. Thanks for watching.